Hello, Seiiti Arata. Have you tried creating a to-do list? And then after a while, you felt that your to-do list started to get messy. If that's your case, I want to give you a simple but very valuable tip to get yourself organized better. First, let's understand the source of this problem. If your to-do list got giant and messy, what's the reason? It was certainly not unwillingness or lack of initiative. Just the fact that you take the action of listing your tasks shows that your intention was positive. First comes the excitement to create a list of all backlogs. You install some application or simply take pen and paper, and then you start listing all the tasks you would like to do on the day. And then you take one by one as you complete each activity. And this is a very basic technique for task management, but it has a problem. The frustration of when the day is over or when your energy is over, and there are still a lot of tasks to be done on the list. When you can't finish everything, well, then the tasks will accumulate and you'll be left with a huge, unorganized list that no longer helps you. The problem is lack of organization. There is a simple way to solve this problem. Just use contexts to organize your tasks. Contexts clarify when you can do each task. In the basic way of writing a to-do list, the organization is date-based. You simply list the things you would like to do that day and then you start performing the tasks. Now, what is the criteria to choose where to start? You need to read the full list of tasks and then choose one of them. This is relatively simple when you have a short list with just a few to-do items. However, when your list starts to get long, you will feel that you're wasting a lot of willpower, and willpower is a scarce resource that can be exhausted just by reading all these items and choosing the order of priority. We talked about that in episode number 131. So, what you don't want to do, you don't want to get worn out looking at all the items in your to-do list. What you're going to do is to separate tasks by context, and this will bring you greater organization to your life, and it will be much easier to manage your backlog in an orderly manner. In contextual organization, you don't make one single general list for all the tasks of the day. Instead of that, you're going to make different task-specific lists for each of your goals, and then you mark the tasks according to the context in which you find yourself. For example, you can use the geographic, geolocation context. You mark the tasks you can do when you are at home, or when you are at work, or when you are in a shopping mall. You can use the amount of time that you have available as a context by marking the tasks that you can do when you have a lot of time available, or the tasks that you can do when you have just a little bit of time, a short amount of time. Another possibility of context is depending on the people involved. You can mark the tasks that you can perform with a particular person, certain people in your company, a certain group of people. You can be more productive by filtering your tasks by context. Organizing tasks by context is one of the main ideas of the classic productivity book, Getting Things Done, the famous GTD. You should be able to see a different task list for every type of situation you are in. For example, when you realize that you have just a few available minutes when you are waiting in a queue, you can take a look and you can use that time to resolve some quick issues that you can do just using your phone. Contexts can refer to places, to the amount of time, to people, and even your availability, your energy, your motivation. For example, when you are at home, you can filter the information to hide what type of tasks you can only do at the office. And when you are at the office, it's no use knowing which products you're going to buy at the supermarket because right now you are at work. The advantage of filtering by context is that you gain more relevance from information by becoming a more productive person. You are queuing tasks within specific projects, always marking, tagging these tasks with the context in which they can be performed. So when you find yourself in a certain context, just check which tasks you can perform at what time, and then you start performing these activities. You can use technology to take better advantage of contexts. Using pen and paper to mark the context of your to-do list is possible, but it is not very productive. In this analog mode, each time you're in a particular context, you have to read all the tasks on your paper to identify which activities can be performed in that context. Therefore, it is ideal to use a task management application that will allow you to use contexts, tags. For example, you suppose you have all your tasks recorded in this type of application. All tasks are marked with the appropriate contexts, because this is something that you can define. Now imagine you are, for example, in a shopping mall. You can open your task manager on your phone, and then you can simply click on the filter for shopping, and then you can list all the tasks that you can perform in that context of the shopping mall. Now, if you want a more advanced technique, you can also filter by combining two or even more contexts to look at an even more specific, more refined task list. For example, let's say you are at work. That's one context. And you're just being visited by a colleague from another department named Alice. Now, you can open your task management and your task management application, and then you can see the tasks with the tags work and Alice. And this will allow you to quickly visualize the demands that you can solve together with Alice at work. Contexts are often used as tags or labels in virtually all different types of task management applications. Some of these apps even have some built-in GPS alarm on your smartphone to remind you exactly what you have to do once you get there to that particular place. Organizing tasks by context can change your life. If your to-do list is too large and you frown on pending issues that are irrelevant to the context you are in, spending your willpower on these unnecessary decisions may not be the best thing. Maybe it is time to try a more productive way to manage your tasks. To create serious life planning, you must include in a good task management all your life goals. And this will break down all these goals into smaller tasks that are marked within the right context. And by doing so, you will quickly know how to manage tasks in a much more productive manner. You will come to a place, and with a few clicks, you know exactly what you have to do. And you can refine this to-do list by matching the place that you have with the amount of time available, how you're feeling, or the people around you. Organizing tasks by context is a technique that brings a lot of productivity to your daily life, bringing you closer to your big life goals much faster and more efficiently. Ideally, this technique should be applied alongside serious life planning that covers every area of your life and contains the actions that are necessary to make you who you really want to be, who you're born to be. If you want to know more about how to make such a planning, I invite you to attend a special Planning Your Life course class that shows you exactly how you can get to that point of organization, how you can get started and continue your life plan. You can view the class right now by visiting arata.se/planning your life.